Hey, Cass, it's Adobe. Sorry if I'm a little hoarse. I've been sick this week, and I got my my box of Kleenex here to prove it. And it kind of fits in well with what we're talking about this week, and that is what makes you well. And so, in the Hebrew scriptures, there's a story about everyone getting sick. It's the story of Moses. And they cross the Red Sea and they're crossing through the desert and they get sick. And the symbol of them getting sick is with a bunch of snakes. They're getting all these snake bites and nobody knows what to do. And then Moses prays and God tells him, you know what, make a big shiny snake and raise it up on a pole so that everyone can see it. And everybody who looks on it gets healed. And so they do it, and that's what happens. Then we got a couple of stories in the Christian scriptures with Paul talking about being made whole. And just like Moses lifting that serpent up in the air and to heal everyone, that Jesus has been uplifted and we're healed through Jesus' example, through Jesus' way of sacrifice. And so this is the lesson that we're talking about. And then in church, we're talking about a secret visit from a guy named Nicodemus. And Nicodemus is wondering, like, well, how do I get healed? How do I get made whole? And Jesus said, you know what? It's like being lifted up and and born again. And he says, how do you get born again? He says, you got to be born of your spirit, not born of your body. And so these are all really strange stories, but all of them have something in common: being lifted up. And that's what we need to do. Is so when you're feeling down, when you're feeling ill, it's good to be in a place where you feel elevated, where your spirit is nourished around people who love you, who care for you, places where you can have special things like tissue, and not let whatever is afflicting you take you over. That's the main thing, is that acknowledge it and then lift it up. Let it turn you into something new, something nice and shiny and uplifted. Because that's the story of Lent that we're in, is that it can get tough, and we know that even in the tough times, there are places to be lifted up. So lift yourself up. And by the way, it is something called Latare Sunday, if you're into that stuff. And Latare means rejoice. And so we are halfway through Lent. So I don't know, give yourself a little treat for coming through the wilderness and being healed. Okay, that's it. As always, be well, be safe, be a blessing, lift, 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 and in the lifting we find new birth, new life. All right, peace.